Margot, I've just had an incident report come through about Justin today. Is everything okay?
Well, frankly, no.
No, what's happened? What's going on?
Well, I was trying to show him something on the computer and he pushed my arm away and he slapped me
He slapped
for
you.
no reason. And this has happened a few times before he's done it. I'm not happy. I mean, that's assault. I could go to the police about this.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Are you okay?
No, I'm upset. I'm angry. This shouldn't be happening to me in class.
Well, what strategies have you been using for Justin?
Strategies for what?
Well, you know about Justin's diagnosis and he's part on the spectrum.
What spectrum?
The autism spectrum. Justin's diagnosed with Aspergers.
Well, nobody told me.
Oh, wow.
I've had him in my class. Nobody's even informed me.
Oh.
If I hadn't known that.
Well, it definitely sounds like we need to sit down and have a chat about some strategies you could be using with Justin.
Well, are they going to help?
Well, I think we could definitely sit down and maybe create an individualised learning plan for Justin, and we can have a chat about some strategies that you could be using, both for your well-being and for Justin's in the classroom.
Because he's a bit scary when he gets angry.
Yeah, well, how about you shoot me an email through today with the times that best suit you, and we can organise to have a catch-up and discuss some different ways that you can work with Justin.
Well, that'd be good. The sooner the better.
Hi Margot, thanks for meeting me.
That's okay. Where do we start?
So, okay, last time we were chatting, you were telling me about an incident that happened with Justin. Was it regarding the computer?
Yes, I was trying to show him a program we've been using and how to get onto it, and that's when he got really frustrated and angry.
Oh, okay. So is this the first time that he's lashed out physically towards you?
No, there's been a few other times before that.
Okay, and how do you usually deal with this in the classroom?
Well, I really don't know how to deal with it. I've just gone to the next person to help them and leave him alone to calm down. I don't know what else to do.
Okay, well, I think where we should start off is with Justin's social story. Have you ever seen Justin's social story?
I don't know what a social story is.
Okay, so this kind of behaviour is quite common with Justin, and it has occurred in the past where he's lashed out physically towards either other students or towards other staff members, either teachers or his ES in the room. So we did develop a social story which talks about the appropriate ways that we use our hands in the classroom, and that hands are not for hitting, they're for helping. So a social story is quite a common practice for people on the autism spectrum. They often encounter difficulties reading social cues or reading things such as body language or facial expressions, and will often misunderstand these and the meaning that we see behind it might be interpreted differently. So the social story we developed for Justin talked about the appropriate ways to act in the classroom and outside in the yard regarding our hands, and how, we don't physically lash out when we're angry, we use our words instead.
Okay.
So I'll grab a copy of that for you and leave that in your pigeonhole. I think that would be worth using in the classroom with Justin.
And this will help.
Well, it definitely has helped in the past when other teachers have used it. So I think this would be the first step to use for you.
Okay. So is that all I've got to work with, or?
No, there's definitely a lot of strategies that you can use inside the classroom. I can run through a few with you today that I think would be beneficial for you working with Justin, because I have had a lot to do with Justin in the past. But look, it is really going to depend on you working out which strategies suit you and what you feel comfortable with doing in the classroom. But some things I can suggest is that people on the spectrum, especially those diagnosed with Aspergers, are really particular about their routine and their structure, and really benefit from having a really scheduled routine and insist that things are often the same, and they can become quite heightened when things change. So you were saying that in this specific incident that you were placing your hand over Justin to help guide him. Is that right?
Yeah.
So whilst that seems quite small, and you were definitely, your intention behind that was to help him, that can be seen as a change in Justin's environment, one that he wasn't expecting, and then has resulted in physically lashing out at you, which is not okay. So I would suggest just prompting Justin before any small changes, however minor they may seem, inside the classroom. So you can use picture cues or like little Compic cards, or just verbally prompting him, Justin, I'm about to help you with the computer. I'm going to put my hand over yours. So just that little bit of warning might help diffuse something that could potentially get dangerous, as in him lashing out at you. Other things I could suggest that we could work on in future is creating an individualised timetable for Justin, just so he knows what's happening throughout his day. So that will help keep him quite structured and hopefully minimise any behaviours of concern.
So if none of this works, what do I do then?
Okay, so have you ever heard of something called a sensory space or a relaxation room? No. Well, if you get time, have a look in the literature, because there's lots supporting the development of these spaces. They can often be called quiet corners, and it doesn't have to be a room. It can just be a small designated area inside the classroom that you can associate with quiet time and a cool down space, and these have been shown to be quite beneficial for people on the spectrum or other intellectual disabilities. And the aim would be to get Justin to self-regulate and be able to identify when he's starting to feel heightened or experience emotions such as frustration or anger, and he can take himself away to that space. So simple verbal prompts such as, asking Justin if he feels like he needs 5 minutes to calm down, or prompting Justin to go to the relaxation corner for 5 minutes and take a break. And in that space, we can put in a range of different sensory items. In the past, they've been shown to be really effective with Justin to help him calm down and return to that state of equilibrium.